Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alpha. So we're going to begin with this little bit of XRP news here. We have a jam-packed show today. This one is from investing.com and it's titled, Ripple set to recruit new litigation in San Francisco. Let's read this little tidbit here. It says, Ripple has advertised an opening for a new litigation counsel in San Francisco, California. According to Mr. Huber, a self-described sleuth for Truth on Twitter, the act could mean prolonging the company's case with the Security and Exchange Commission. Well, I mean, I would think that they're taking preparatory steps and, just taking precautions just in case they have to take it to that next level. Listen, whatever it takes to win, whatever it takes to get clarity for XRP, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. All right. So yeah, we have to load up, put some extra things in the magazine just in case we gotta go a little bit further. All right, so if they're doing that, that's what I believe it would be about. But let's continue on here. It says Huber's tweet attracted several responses, with users showing a sharp divide in their alignment over the ongoing dispute. A group of respondents faulted Huber's assumption that Ripple's recruitment had everything to do with its case with the SEC, suggesting it could be a backfill for someone leaving or just a regular recruitment event by the establishment. Oh, that's fair. That's reasonable. Okay, that's possible. It says some members with similar sentiments suggested the recruitment could be for an unrelated case. That's also possible. Okay, listen, see? There are brilliant individuals in the XRP army. They all bring something to the table. Look at all these different viewpoints. This is good information on every possible level. They're looking at it from every possible angle. I like that. Let's continue on. However, most respondents believe the recruitment was more routine than specific. They assume a single employee would not significantly affect the current structure of Ripple's case with the SEC. It depends on the mind that they're bringing in. Minds can be powerful in one facet of something. One mechanism could be the thing that tips the scale, someone who looks at things differently. Minds who think outside the box, they can be very pivotal in shifting mountainous occasions. I'll put it that way, for lack of a better word. It says, reportedly, the lingering battle between Ripple and the SEC has taken a toll on the former's business activities. That I don't need to get into. Listen, I wouldn't phrase it that way because we've been doing a great job expanding on-demand liquidity exponentially over the last year or two. I think we're going to do a great job now, even more of a great job now with the MiCA legislation being rolled out in Europe. We're looking at absolute domination on every level for all of the bank coins. I think they've been doing a pretty good job. But yes, if we get clarity at some point, yeah, we would run wild in the US, but that's on the US that they're holding themselves back. Everywhere else in the world, they're rolling out regulations. They're preparing for mass adoptions, and I'm all for it. I don't care who flips the switch. Who was the subscriber the other day? Somebody said, let me at the switch. I typed to them. I told them, I'm going to join you. I'll stand guard while you flip the switch. I love the comment section. I love my subscribers, the people here, the supporters here. True legends, indeed. Let's move on to another article here. All right. Random, okay? You can skip this you can skip this chapter to the next one. We're going to have the XRP article. Listen, it's about time people give my boy, my guy, Michael Keaton his respect. That's right, Michael Keaton, the greatest Batman of all time. Debate me in the comment section. You telling me someone's a greater Batman than Michael Keaton? Have you not seen? So people doubted Michael Keaton, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They doubted the Keaton. What? Unbelievable. Listen, I like Robert Pattinson's Batman. Bale was okay. I never saw Bale as Batman. He did a good job. I love Bale and Christian Bale and a lot of other stuff, a lot of his work. He's not the greatest Batman. My humble opinion, who's the greatest Batman? You tell me in the comment section. But do you see how everyone's bending now? They're starting to see the greatness of the Keaton Batman because of the new Flash trailer. It's about time. Put some respect on Mr. Keaton's name. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Old school is the best school. You didn't know? If you didn't know, now you know. Old school phrase to support old school ways. All right. All right. There we go. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's cool. Be professional for once. What are you people doing out here? Be professional. So next chapter here. This article is from beincrypto.com and it's titled XRP Price Slump Reversal Bottoming Out. We're going to just cover this little tidbit here. I like reading the price news now because I just find it so funny. I'm like, XRP is going to explode. This is just how I personally feel. I'm not asking you to feel the same. It says XRP price regained its footing and is attempting to create a higher low. The price action is bearish. The price action is bearish, but XRP is never bearish, always bullish. Yeah, they should change the symbol of XRP from the X to a bull. Anyway, the XRP price had increased after breaking out from a descending resistance line on March 21st. This led to a new yearly high of 58 cents on March 29th. Oh, that's cute. However, it will blow past 58 cents. Just let us, oh my goodness, let us at the switch. Let it start to be used. Let us get unleashed and you watch what happens to that XRP price. Let the judge say something. Let the judge cough and it get recorded and it sounds like she's a XRP clarity. And you're going to see that price fly. Let's get back to the article here. That's what you're here for, right? I think. Some people here because I'm cool. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good today, all right? My energy, I was so worn out yesterday. I was just tired yesterday. Today, I'm feeling much, much better. Got my rest today. Handled business as usual. We have to make money during the day. We have to work hard, all right? And some days we can get rest. It says, however, the ensuing decrease puts the bullish structure at risk of being invalidated. Ripple price falls below important resistance. The XRP price has been moving downward since XRP reached its yearly high of 58 cents on March 29th, despite appearing to have cleared the 53 cent mark resistance area. The long upper wick suggests weakness and means the area now act as resistance again. After creating a lower high on April 18th, the digital asset fell once more and broke down from the 48 cent horizontal area the next day. XRP, listen, sky's the limit. I'm not worried about anything at all. Listen, there's a few things I don't worry about. Gold, XRP, Quant, and pretty much any of the bank coins and gold. It's silver. I don't worry about them at all. I know what they can do. I know what they can do. Says the price analysis is based on the 6-hour price movement indicates a bullish XRP price prediction. Dude, when is it not going back up? You're going to, like I said, you're going to have swing traders, day traders, stuff like that. Pumpers, they're going to pump it up, try to pump it up. Even though they really can't. They're trying to move like their organizations. They're going to take a little profit. It's going to be a little bit of volatility, nothing major, nothing really to write home about. Let's move on to another article here. Got to get you your news. Have to get you your news. So this is from coinedition.com. It's titled, Ripple makes an open call for Web3 projects built on the XRPL. Now, this is what I want to see. That's right. Extend that time. Let's read this little tidbit here. It says, Ripple has made a big announcement for developers that are building innovative Web3 financial projects on the XRPL. According to the details, the applications for XRPL grants are now open through June 18th. Why do you think that is? They see regulations getting rolled out everywhere. They see that the companies are ready for mass adoption. And so they said, wait. No, we're not going to cut this off in May. We're going to stretch it out to June so we can bring in even more companies. Maybe there's even better companies we can bring in, which does what to the XRPL? Strengthens the XRPL, which then does what? It brings the possibility that even more corridors, people, companies can use XRP. I'm all for it. Keep it going. Ripple, Volante, whoever's building an XRPL, XRP Labs, keep doing a good job. I see what you're doing. I see the vision. Keep it coming. Keep it going. It says here, according to the details, the applications for XRPL grants are now open through June 18th. Here's the tweet from Ripple. It says big news for developers. Okay, then it iterates the same. It says, this upcoming wave is focused on accepting project proposals that utilize Web3 technology for financial purposes on the XRP ledger, because they in the past they made big pushes just for generalized NFTs. So the application submission window is scheduled to be open from April 25th until June 18th. The application review process consists of several stages, and applicants can anticipate receiving notification of their project status within 6 to 8 weeks. Well, what's important here is that when they put out the names of those companies that they select, that's going to be important. Now we have companies that we can track, we can keep up with. We can understand the direction that they're going in. What do they bring to the XRPL? All of that can be analyzed and torn apart, right? So we can find the pros and the cons of these different companies. Are they strong? Are they going to bring a lot? Can they affect the price of XRP if they begin utilizing them XRP in a particular way, the XRPL in a particular way? Well, these are good things that we may be able to derive from that particular information. That's how I feel about that. So now let's move on to another little bit of news here, a little bit of Stellar related news. All right, this is from CoinDesk.com. It's about Franklin Templeton. It says Franklin Templeton, CEO. The future of crypto industry is regulated. They're all coming out saying this. And in this article here, they admit blockchain is the future. But let's go here. Let's see what they're saying. It says, grousing about the state of crypto regulations in the US has become the norm for many industry players. Didn't I just say that? They're all coming out and saying it because they want to use it. This is why they're rushing to implement the bank coin companies. You see all these companies using Ripple. You see all these companies using Stellar. There's a reason for that. But let's continue on here. It says, has become the norm for many industry players, but Franklin Templeton CEO Jenny Johnson said she thinks it's important for the industry to accept that more regulations are coming. What does she mean by that? See, I don't understand it. What do you mean they need to accept it? We've been asking for the regulations. Are you not aware? No disrespect. I mean, no disrespect. It says whether they like it or not. Bring the regulations. Let's go. Roll them out today. Can we get it? Can we get it done today? Nobody's resisting regulations. We want it because we will run wild. You and I both know that. We will dominate. You're already using Stellar. You know how many other companies are using Stellar? You know how many companies stand to use Stellar? You think we don't want that? We want that. We're regulatory compliant. We don't fear regulation. But you know that. You know that. You want Stellar to run. You want Stellar to run wild and bring you all that innovation that you can't bring yourself. You know that. But let's continue on here. It says, speaking at CoinDesk Consensus Festival on Wednesday, Johnson said the future of the industry will be regulated and that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin were a distraction from crypto's real innovation, blockchain technology. So what you're talking about is utility. So what you're saying is utility coins are going to run wild. Utility coins are going to take off and dominate. That's what you're saying? Well, I have to go against what you're saying a little bit. Bitcoin has its place. Bitcoin is going to make money. There's enough money to go around. No, there's no need to put Bitcoin down in order to promote utility coins. They all can win. They all have their place. And there's only going to be a handful of crypto left anyway. So no, I'm not going to stand there and just let you say that, Bitcoin is a distraction. No, not at all. There's a lot of good people. They are investors in Bitcoin. Bitcoin definitely has its place. It has. And builders on Bitcoin, people who are trying to make Bitcoin green and all that stuff, they've done a good job taking it from a place where your regulators and governments could have taken action against Bitcoin, and they worked hard and put it into a very good position. They put in the hard work, so they should reap the reward. That's how I feel. If you work hard, you should reap the reward for your work. That's how I feel. So no, the people are going to probably continue to make some good money from Bitcoin, and we in the Bankcoin family are also going to make good money. Simple as that. Simple as that. Everybody's on their own time frame as well. It says, quote, Bitcoin is the greatest distraction from the greatest disruption, talking about utility, coming to financial system, and that's blockchain. I don't think it didn't distract at all. It has nothing to do with us. Bitcoin has nothing to do with us at all. At all. So I'm not even going to speak on that a little bit deeper. Let's continue. What says, quote, I can tell you, if Bitcoin ever became so big that it became a threat to the US dollar as the reserve currency, the U.S. would limit the use of Bitcoin. Notice how there's no word about Stellar, Lumens, XLM, USDC, none of that, right? Because they're in the clear. I told you, they're in these people's, they're rubbing shoulders with these people. They're in their back pocket. Stellar has them right where they want them with regulatory clarity. My word, Stellar's going to run wild. All that banking and unbanked, I think that they definitely could. They could take a huge swath of that capital. What would it do to XLM's price if that happens, right? But I don't know what this is that they have some sort of gripe with Bitcoin for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. Says, I see. No, wait. I'm starting to gain a little bit clarity. Okay, so this is a pro US dollar person for whatever reason. So they must be anti-Bitcoin. Sure, you hold that fiat, hold all that fiat as your fiat is greatly diminished in buying power. I dare you. I know you're not that. You got to be wiser than that. There's no way. Everybody's buying gold around the world. All the central banks, guess what? They're minimizing their exposure to the dollar. You do know that. You know that. And they're doing what? Buying gold. So why would you promote the US dollar? Why would you promote any fiat currency knowing that at some point in the future, its value could be greatly diminished? I mean, today, let's say $3 buy you a loaf of bread. What happens when your $3 can't buy you a loaf of bread anymore, right? Your $3 is worth about two slices. Like, if BRICS Nation is moving to diminish the power of the dollar greatly. Dollar dumping bonds. They're dumping everything in sight. They're planning on it. They're coming up with asset-backed currencies. So sure, go ahead and hold that fiat if you want, but that will be unwise. And I see what you're doing here because you want Stellar to run wild. You're using Stellar. You know everything there is to know about Stellar. So you know XLM is there, right? And you probably want the bank coins to run wild. But anyway, and I do as well. But I don't need to destroy other crypto in order for the bank coins to rise. We're strong enough on our own. But let's continue on here. But it shows that there is that alliance there. Johnson added that the global investment firm, which has offices in 30 countries worldwide, is used to working with regulators outside the U.S. as well. Says Johnson added that it's better for companies to engage directly with regulators as they develop new products. That's what crypto did. That's what Stellar did. That's what Ripple did. That's what Algorand did. What do you mean? They were sitting in meetings with the SEC constantly. The SEC said, you know what? We're not issuing any clarity. You tell us what we're supposed to comply with. They haven't said anything. No, and then they just take you to court and expect you to pay a huge fine that you typically puts these companies out of business. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. That's not right at all. So as Johnson added that Franklin Templeton, which manages $1.5 trillion in assets, sure, bring that right to Stellar. I'm all for it. Has been in close contact with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission as it developed its newly launched blockchain-based mutual fund. Says, I can tell you different areas of the world are more advanced than others, more comfortable with crypto than others, unquote, Johnson said. I've been saying this for a long time, so this is one point where we're actually going to agree. Johnson said, naming Singapore, Hong Kong, and the UAE as examples of crypto-friendly jurisdictions. That's probably the only time I agree with this legacy system individual. No disrespect, but we can agree to disagree. So now let's move on here to a little bit of Algorand news. It says here, Algorand, this is from the Algorand Foundation, says, we're proud to partner with the BAF network and provide support for student clubs in the Americas to advance knowledge about blockchain and Algorand. Algorand, they're the people's coin. People just have to accept that. They continue to work hard. They continue to educate the people, right? And put power. And they put the power in the people's hands. You notice that with Algorand? They helped millions around the world. That's number one. Let's get that out of the way. Then they continue to educate people in Europe, Miami, everywhere. I think that's one of the reasons the legacy system doesn't like Algorand. Just my humble opinion. It's because they're educating people. Let me tell you something. It's easy to control people when they don't have education. You start educating people, they start having, individual thoughts. They're harder to control, right? They do their own thing. They walk to the beat of their own drum. Algorand has been putting the power in the hands of all people, youth to elders, and say, hey, you can be successful easily with Algorand. That's why I call them the people's coin. I like to see things like this. I hope they continue. Not only that, it's going to bring great activity to Algorand later on. If the people like what they have learned about Algorand, about building on Algorand, about blockchain, they're more apt to come to Algorand later on when they're ready to run a small business. So I like this on a multitude of levels. So now let's go here. A little bit more Algorand news, okay? So this is from Algorand Foundation, and it goes as such. It says, you can't have things lost and going down because these are live projects with fans. It's culture, and culture can't crash, unquote. Sorry, that was a quote, unquote. At Vlaso, CEO of Napster, they're making a big push. You know, a lot of these music offerings on, if you pay close attention, on Algorand have been making a huge push the last like 2-3 months. They want to dominate. They're in early. They know that. They're in early, you know, with NFT music and stuff like that, on and issuing music on distributed ledger technologies. Of course, Algorand is the one that they're all built on right now. Algorand is the most dominant bank coin when it comes to music as of right now. And they want to establish themselves in a firm way where later on, and we know this is going to happen, when all those bigger, applications, those bigger music applications come into the distributed ledger technology field, and they want their slice or piece of the pie, it doesn't move Napster, Dequency, and what's the other one? I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but it doesn't move them at all. They're firmly established, and they have a lot of business coming in. They're doing well already by the time that occurs. This is very good. Of course, it can bring some good volume. People will be streaming music at some point on DLT, possibly paying bills, their app bills and stuff like that, or DApp bills through the DLT for these music offerings and such. And then, of course, buying NFTs, which most NFTs are very high priced. They go for a very high price, and they flip for a very good price if you know how to sell stuff, move stuff around. So this can bring a good amount of capital to the chain. So, we'll keep an eye on this, but this has been very, very good developments, just my humble opinion. We got a little bit of Quant news. Okay, a little bit of Quant news. It says here, from Quant Network, Sir John Cunliffe made it clear that at Bank of England believes tokenization will be widely adopted. That's trillions, folks. We heard myriad banks say that. It says, quote, the question is not whether, but how we should develop the machinery for tokenized transactions to settle in central bank money, unquote, he said. And of course, Gilbert is a hard-working individual. Of course, Gilbert Verdian is right there in the middle of everything, ready to set up Quant, letting them know Quant is the best. He does that. He doesn't make any secret that Quant is the best. They're compliant. They're willing to work and glue the legacy system together. The banks need them, the usual that Gilbert pushes. He takes no days off. And when you have a leader like that, that's highly intelligent, that has a vision of where Quant's supposed to go. Remember, QNT, the token is at the crux of everything that Quant does. So there's no way that it won't reap the benefits of this massive expansion that Quant Network has had over the last year and a half. They've been absolutely dominant. Keep in mind, it's not spoken of a lot, but I covered it in videos. They're on like 2 or 3 integral infrastructure committees and governing boards around the world. Remember that. One of them is in the UAE. Remember that? So, and I think Hedera also was deep there on one of the governing boards. You can look all of this stuff up. You can research all of this stuff here. They don't talk about that often, but that's power. They have so much power over at Quant. There's no way that QNT's price is going to stay down for long over the year. I think it's over the years. I think that it's going to be one of the most explosive in crypto, in my humble opinion. I'm talking about taking off like a rocket, really, really, and truly. So I keep my eye closely on the activities of Quant. So now let's move on to another topic here. I don't know why I just did that. Sometimes I just move my hands in random ways, but let's move on to this next article here. This article here is from coinedition.com, and it's titled, "A Glitch on Bitrue Exchange Liquidates All XRP Long Positions." A glitch on Bitrue Exchange has led to the liquidation of almost all active XRP long positions held by customers. One customer's tweet indicated XRP price on Bitrue Exchange plummeted to 0.001 of a cent and immediately rebounded. The sharp price drop wiped out virtually all active XRP long positions. Wow. If you're on Bitrue and you haven't checked yet, make sure you check. And I can't tell you what to do, but I would check on that if I were you. Several customers on the platform have called for the Bitrue team to investigate the situation and provide a proper explanation. The event reignited some negative sentiments, raising issues around the trust that capital users have in the exchange. I don't trust any exchange. None. Not your keys, not your crypto. Hard wallet, air gapped cold wallet, if you can, you know. Says one customer decreed the recent development and stated his resentment since hackers exploited the platform multiple times. Really? Wow. Okay. Tell it. Says BitTrue Exchange is yet to respond to the complaints or make any statement regarding the glitch. That should be unacceptable. They have to respond to this. Says, I mean, I don't use the exchange, but I would think their customers would demand that they respond now. If they didn't respond immediately, they would not have my business. The price of XRP as of the time of writing is 47 cents. Comparing this with the bottom price of 0.001 of a cent, they're having fun putting that out there. Reported during the glitch could have significant implications for traders. That is insane to me. One of BitTrue's customers shared an image of an automated message received from the exchange after liquidating his XRP position. According to the message, his position was closed because his balance was lower than the maintenance margin required to hold the XRP USD position. He joined other customers to demand an explanation and a viable solution. BitTrue lost about $23 million on April 14th after his hot wallet was hacked. Oh, man. Oh, see, and those hot wallets, man, they are not all of them, but hot wallets can be a little risky. Hard wallet, cold wallet, just my humble opinion. So this chapter here is from zcrypto.com and it's titled "The Underbanked Uncomfortable with New Digital Euro Payment Solution, ECB Digital Wallet Study." Of course, see, they think it's going to be so easy that people are just going to accept them. And listen, I know bank coins, we're in deep with the European Central Bank. We'll take their money. But I would prefer that people use the bank coins outright, bank coin based wallets outright. They can use us outright. All right. So I'll take the money whichever way it comes. You know, sure, bring those trillions from the bank to us. But at the same time, I believe we can move those trillions on our own. We could dominate. We can take over the banking industry. I've said that from the beginning. The people don't trust them anymore. They're weak right now. The iron is hot. Strike. That's how I feel. But let's continue on here. This is on April 24th, 2023. European Central Bank published findings of focus groups and in-depth interviews in all Euro area countries from December 2022 to January 2023. The study aimed at soliciting views on the features of a potential digital wallet, targeted a cross-section of participants ranging from the general population, the tech-savvy, merchants, and the underbanked. According to the study, the underbanked category was the only target group uncomfortable with adopting a new digital payment solution. They have a lot of trust issues for a good reason when it comes to certain entities, you know, having a hand in their money or life. Awareness and knowledge of digital wallets within the underbanked groups were generally low. Really? Okay, all right, if you say so. The focus group also found that the underbanked had general mistrust of the banking system. I just said that. Of course they do. Like I said, you haven't treated people so well, and now you have this new offering, and your past deeds are coming back to haunt you. Could be good for the bank coins. If they want to use the bank coins outright, all we need is regulatory clarity. We will run wild. It says the underbanked also carry out most transactions using cash. As per the ECB study, the underbanked were defined as participants who may hold a bank account but rarely use banking services or other payment apps and direct debits. And they don't trust you. Once again, another advantage we have is that as long as the bank coin companies treat the people well, and they can be trusted by the people. And then once the people have the different wallets, dApps, whatever that's built on bank coin technology, the people are in power. They are in power of their own capital. As opposed to your offering, they're not so much in power, right? Says the underbanked who had a smartphone used them mostly for making and receiving calls, using social apps, and playing games. So we're going to leave that there. So as we can see, CBDCs are definitely not a trusted thing. They can bring a lot of capital to many people who are backing distributed ledger technologies that would be the foundation for CBDCs. They're not widely trusted. I believe that we could dominate outright. And I'll leave it at that. Let's move on here. So this next article here is from cryptodaily.co.uk. Gary Gensler's getting exposed again. This article is titled, 3/4 of all cryptocurrencies are not securities. Gary Gensler. Oh, is that what you said, Mr. Gensler? This was back when everybody thought he was a good guy, you know, and let's read this little tidbit. It says, Gensler is no stranger to the world of crypto, having taught a course on blockchain technology that we know. Let's skip that little part. It says, the video, which was taken during a lecture at MIT, shows Gensler stating that cryptocurrencies, a new form of cash, that's what he said, and that they share many similarities with traditional forms of money. You're exposing yourself, and I love every second of it. He goes on to say that, like cash, cryptocurrencies are decentralized, borderless, and operate outside the traditional banking system. In fact, he went as far as to say that, quote, 3/4 of the market are not ICOs or not what would be called securities. Oh, they're not? What was the 3/4 you need to answer? Crypto Twitter is shocked. I'm not. Like I said, we all knew. Look, in the beginning, Gary Gensler, when he was just a humble professor, he was all pro crypto. We knew that. We knew that. Something changed him. You can cast your speculations, all right? We continue to win. All right, so let's move on here, all right? So now, let's move on here. I'm going to skip 2 articles and let's get to the comment section replies, comment section comments, okay? From the last video here. I haven't done it in a few days. I was having a problem with my Google Drive, so I'm using a different Google Drive today, and that one worked. So, first comment is from Marky Mark. Marky Mark says, let's get it. Marky Mark is always fired up. I greatly appreciate you being here, sir, or friend, rather. And it's always great to see your comment. Keeps me motivated, keeps me fired up. I hope you're having a great week, all right? So now let's move on here to the next comment. Kai says, the 1%, sunglasses, cool looking emoji. Always a firm reminder. Every time Kai comes in, Kai leaves this epic comment, the new 1%. And it's true. That's what we're staring at. If everything goes according to plan, this is the vision. Appreciate you, Kai. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're dominating the week, as I know you are. And I appreciate every single time you leave a comment, okay? So now let's move on here to the next comment, which is from Lucy B. Lucy B says, thanks, flexing of the muscle. Oh, man. All right. Appreciate you, Lucy B. Thank you so much. You're one of the originals on this channel. Been here for a long time. I greatly appreciate any time you come through. No, I thank you. I humbly thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate you. Hope you're having a great day, great evening. And I'm pretty sure you're conquering everything in sight, being successful as I would expect you to be. And once again, thank you in return. All right, so now let's move on here. Next comment from Delta Ghost. Delta Ghost, appreciate you being here. Delta Ghost says second. No, everyone here is always first in my book. You're always a winner. You're always a champion. And greatly appreciate you, Delta Ghost. Thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you for taking the time to view the videos. And I appreciate your time. And I hope that you're having a great day, great evening, a great week. And I'm pretty sure you're conquering everything in business. I see you looking real business-like in the picture there. Look like you're about to go out there and close a deal right now. You're about to head to the office and close about 3 deals. All right, Delta Ghost, appreciate you. Appreciate you, friend. So now let's move on here to the next comment from Landon's Universe. Landon's Universe has a moon and a rocket. What could that, a moon and a rocket? And then, now this really confuses me, a money bag. I appreciate you, Landon. I like that. So Landon wants us to know the rocket is going past the moon and the money bags are coming, and to rock on. Appreciate you, Landon's Universe. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate you leaving something like that. It gave me a good laugh and put some good energy into me. So thank you greatly. So now let's move on here to the next comment from Sean Vogel. This comment says 2025 and not before. I can respect that. I can respect that. It may take some time. I see everything happening in waves. First, the small businesses will come. That's one flood of capital. The retail money and small businesses will come. Then the medium-sized businesses will come and the commercial banks will come. That's another flood of capital. And I don't know when these things are going to happen, but then the central bank money is a completely different body of capital. That's the tsunami. So yeah, I mean, look, I've always said everything, I view everything happening in degrees. So sure, if you say 2025, I mean, if that's your timeline, I could definitely respect that. Sure. But I humbly thank you, Sean, for leaving a comment here and sharing your thoughts. I respect that and I greatly appreciate it. All right. So now let's move on here. So next comment is from Corey H., one of our eternal champions here, one of our greatest commenters here. And Corey says, you are much appreciated. Things that I don't have time to research, you put it right at my fingertips. Like, I'm humbled. I'm humbled by your comment, Corey. I greatly appreciate you. I humbly thank you for being here as often as you are. And I'm continuing to try to work hard and find substantial information. And it's my hope that it's useful to yourself and others, and that I bring something potent to the table. That's always my goal. Is I'm hoping that I'm bringing something potent to the table. And so once again, I humbly thank you, Corey. And I know you're conquering the day. I know you're dominating. You're probably closing deals. You're probably bringing in a ton of capital. I know how it goes. I already know. All right. So I hope that continues for you. And I hope you have a great evening. So now let's move on here. This is going to be the last comment for today. And then we'll do another one. We'll try to do another one tomorrow. Hopefully this Google Drive continues to work. It's been giving me some problems. So now this one here is from Dr. Slimeball. So Dr. Slimeball says, been noticing your energy has been lower than usual these days. I hope all is well, brother. I greatly appreciate that. Your concern, Dr. Slimeball, and your well wishes. I greatly appreciate that. Yes, workload has been higher. There's been much more for me to do during the day. And then of course the more you're doing other business, I've been working really hard to expand other business opportunities, which has been going very good, but it takes a lot of energy. And then so my mind is not at its peak when I'm doing my research, right? The research goes well, but then when it comes to shooting the videos, by that time, on some of the days, by that time, I am so exhausted. You ever been just mentally exhausted? Just mentally exhausted. Then life, stuff does happen in life as well, which then also takes a lot of mental energy. So, I'm a person where whatever I feel on the inside, I kind of just exude that. So, I appreciate that you noticed that and that you sent me some good energy. I greatly appreciate that. I couldn't thank you enough, Dr. Slimeball. Listen, I hope all the best is coming to you, Dr. Slimeball. I hope that you're having a great day, that people are showing you some love and respect, all right, because you deserve it. I'm going to show you some love and respect. Appreciate you, Dr. Slimeball. And I hope that you're having a great evening. I hope you're having a great day, a great week, all right? And you want to share like some kind of thoughts you have on crypto, or if I see your comment, usually I try to hang in the comment sections for about 40 minutes after a video, 30 to 40 minutes. If you want to share your thoughts on crypto or something, you want to give a birthday shout out maybe, or just share your thoughts on the world, as long as it's kept clean, put that in there. And I'm definitely going to try to cover that and get your thoughts out there to the world. But of course, that's up to you. But thank you, friend. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.